Meanwhile, politics has broken out over the secrecy and mystery of the deal, and Nirmala Sitharaman's startling reply has given huge ammunition to the opposition before the 2019 polls. Let's take a look at that.
मैंने गुजरात के चुनाव में बोला घपला हुआ है। मोदी जी पर्सनली पेरिस गए हैं, पर्सनली वहां पे डील चेंज की गई है।
With 15 months to go for the elections, could this be the biggest political bomb on the Modi Sarkar? A defense deal with a volcano of questions. Leading the charge on what he's calling the Great Rafale Mystery is Rahul Gandhi. The new Congress president has unleashed the full force of his party at the Modi Sarkar, bombarding it with questions on social media and drumming up the Rafale fire into what it hopes will be an inferno too hot to handle for the government. Other opposition leaders have joined the fight as well, with Sitaram Yechury calling out the government. Strangely, the BJP has remained totally mum so far on the new Congress attack. There has been no word from the BJP on the Rafale deal for 2 months. But with Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman now claiming a secret pact to withhold Rafale deal data that she earlier promised to reveal, political temperatures have been fanned to an all-out wildfire. For the moment on social media, but almost certain to explode in Parliament as well. The political state of play over the Rafale flashpoint is immense. With the Congress opening its big guns and committing full resources to the Rafale mystery, the only question now is, how hot will this flashpoint get, with national elections on the horizon? Bureau Report, India Today.
This is going to be a big test for the Modi government because so far the Prime Minister has stayed clear of any controversy as far as corruption charges are concerned. Now let's go across to our colleague, Associate Editor Poulomi Saha, who is joining us early morning for more on this. Poulomi, this is going to create a lot of storm. No matter what the BJP might say, the Congress finally feels they have got an issue which they can paint the Modi government as in some sort of a corrupt deal.
Absolutely, Ankit. The Congress does have some sort of an ammunition, but because they've got the defense minister almost, misleading the country and, of course, this country, because earlier in November 2017, she said that this government has nothing to hide, that they will, in fact, reveal the price of those 36 Rafale aircraft that they purchased from France and the deal that they've struck. Then, of course, she goes on to tell the Parliament on Monday that there is a secrecy pact and they cannot reveal the price of those aircrafts that they purchased from France. And this is something that the Congress is now latched on. But Ankit, you and I know very clearly how many issues and how many moments Congress had in order to sort of, turn them around into campaigns which could have basically put the opposition in the forefront and the party in the background, the ruling party in the background, but they have lost so many of those opportunities. So it remains to be seen to what extent the Congress can leverage this moment, which has, of course, been propelled by, of course, their president. But yes, all eyes will be on the minister's address today, which is expected.
Poulomi, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. But the important thing also is that this is possibly the first time, in fact, the reply of the defense minister has given a lot of ammunition for the Congress party, for the opposition to hit out at Modi government.
Now, the Election Commission will reply to the Delhi High Court on the grounds of which 20 Aam Aadmi Party MLAs were disqualified. High Court has barred the by-elections in Delhi until it decides the validity of the disqualification of these MLAs.
Well, remember, on January 19th, the Election Commission disqualified 20 Aam Aadmi Party MLAs over Office of Profit charges. 2 days later, the President gave an assent to their disqualification.
On January 29th, the Delhi High Court transferred the appeal filed by 20 Aam Aadmi Party MLAs against their disqualification to a division bench. The division bench had then asked the Election Commission to state the facts behind its decision to disqualify the MLAs, in fact, by lifting the affidavit.
Well, staying in for the trouble with the Aam Aadmi Party and Delhi, fresh trouble mounts for Delhi Health Minister Satyendra Jain after raids on one of his aides. In fact, sources have told India Today that the laptops and the hard drives which have been seized by the CBI during these raids are from the premises of Delhi Medical Council President Arun Gupta.
The raids were conducted on a tip-off by Rishi Raj, Medical Council registrar, who was arrested while taking a bribe of around 5 lakh rupees last week.
While conducting searches on the lockers of the DMC official, the CBI had seized Benami property documents of Jain. In fact, deposit slips worth 2 crore rupees and 41 checkbooks were also seized.
However, the Aam Aadmi Party has denied charges against its minister, accusing the BJP, in fact, of hatching a conspiracy. The BJP is scheduled to protest outside the CM's house, demanding Jain's resignation. Now, after Karnataka Chief Minister took a swipe at Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his talk on corruption and asked him to walk the talk while posing 4 questions, Siddaramaia's pose invited a quick rebuttal from BJP State President and party's Chief Ministerial candidate B.S. Yediyurappa.
Welcoming the discussion, Yediyurappa tweeted, "Why did you quash all powers of Lokayukta and make it a toothless body?" Yediyurappa also questioned Chief Minister about the 70 lakh rupee Hublot watch. In fact, Siddaramaiah had declared it a state asset and handed it over to the Assembly Speaker.
Yediyurappa also
Attack 1. Why is the Prime Minister silent on Lokpal? Attack number 2. Cornering Prime Minister on Judge Loya death. Attack number 3. Embarrassing the BJP on Jai Shah's meteoric rise. Attack number 4. Questioning the corruption taint on P.S. Yediyurappa. This is the latest installment in the volley of attacks between the Congress and BJP in battle zone Karnataka. But now Siddaramaiah has taken the battle to the doorstep of Narendra Modi with a 4-pronged attack. It was clear once the Prime Minister stepped on Siddaramaiah's turf that now the battle was between the two figures. And the latest flashpoint has been corruption. When the Prime Minister called the Siddaramaiah regime a 10% government, the CM was quick to remind him of the corruption taint on BJP's CM candidate B.S. Yediyurappa.
यहाँ कर्नाटक के लोग पिछले 4.5 वर्षों से देख रहे हैं कि कैसे सिर्फ और सिर्फ खुद का हित साधने के लिए यहां पर कांग्रेस ने सरकार चलाई है, मुख्यमंत्री ने कारोबार किया।
ಇದು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಆಧಾರರಹಿತವಾದಂತ ಬೇಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಆರೋಪ. ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪನವರೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪನವರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ನಡೀತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಅದನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನು.
Now that Siddaramaiah has thrown down the gauntlet, will the Prime Minister defend his choice of Yediyurappa as CM candidate? Will the BJP clarify on the corruption taint on Yediyurappa? And finally, will the election now spiral to issues like Judge Loya and Jai Shah, with Karnataka and its problems forgotten? With Nagarjun in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
Moving on now, as India expressed a growing concern on the situation in Maldives, an editorial in a state-run Chinese newspaper has slammed India.
The editorial warned India against intervention in the crisis situation being faced in Maldives, in fact, and slammed it for trying to control South Asian countries.
It said, and I quote, "India has a strong desire to control South Asian countries. It regards the region as a backyard," unquote.
It further stated political struggles are supposed to be internal affairs and New Delhi has no justification to intervene in Mali's affairs. The Maldives must be under huge pressure from India, unquote.
Maldives Supreme Court has now revoked the order to release 9 political prisoners after the president defied its order and declared a 15-day state of emergency in the island nation.
On the ongoing political crisis in Maldives, exiled President Mohammad Nasheed had urged India to help the island nation. Turmoil, in fact, in Maldives started when President Abdullah Yamin refused to release 9 imprisoned opposition leaders despite Supreme Court order in favor of the release.
President Yamin declared a state of emergency, and within hours, Chief Justice and another judge were arrested. Even former President Abdul Gayoom was detained at his home.
The army has now, in fact, been ordered to resist any attempt to impeach the president.
Exiled President Mohammad Nasir has now urged India to send an envoy backed by its military to resolve the crisis in Maldives.
Well, a 6.5 magnitude earthquake struck eastern Taiwan, killing 2 people and injuring over 100. In fact, the epicenter of the quake was near Taiwan's Hualien County, where buildings were damaged and massive cracks emerged on the roads as well.
Panic struck residents as they were running for cover when the earthquake happened, and the quake caused the Marshall Hotel and Hualien to cave in. 3 people were trapped in the building, and since February 4th, in fact, about 100 earthquakes have jolted the area.
Taiwan's earthquake experts say more quakes might be coming in the next few weeks.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.